Welcome to Ital is Vital, your natural health and wellness stop. Hi everyone, this is Julie. Thank you for stopping by for another video today. In this video, I want to touch a little bit on antidepressants because many people do take over-the-counter antidepressants or even antidepressants that have been prescribed by doctors, and what you find is that oftentimes they get no real relief, no real comfort, no real happiness. They don't see an improvement, or they may feel a little bit better after they have taken the medication, but then after a short space of time, then they begin to feel not so good again. And where it concerns depression, because antidepressants are termed as agents that lift depression without causing sedation. And that's basically what they are. They raise the mood, they help you to feel better, to help you to feel less anxious, more calm. And there are a number of things that could lead to depression. Oftentimes we think about stress, sadness, unexpected events such as, one may experience a death in the family, things like that. It brings on a sense of sadness, a feeling of sadness, and that's because it changes everything is about chemistry. There could be different causes as to why one feels depressed. It could be a congestion of the liver. And so in situations like that, dandelion could help a great deal. And it could be congestion in the brain. And then you may need something like the skull cap or something such as the blue vervain, or instead of something, I should say a herb such as the blue vervain. And there could be other reasons. For example, different things may occur in our lives that lead us to a state of depression, and so we need something to bring about a feeling of calm and to just enhance the mood. And so, hence, oftentimes, antidepressants are recommended or prescribed by doctors. And it's important that we get to the root cause of the problem, try and figure out what is causing the depression, because one could be doing the right things in terms of diet, and one could still be experiencing some level of depression. And then you have to ask yourself why. Because sometimes we are walking around with baggages of things that happened to us in the past, and maybe even things that are happening to us in the present that we have not addressed. And it's always important to be able to identify what is the root cause of your problem, or what is the root cause of the issues that you are dealing with. And when in doubt, it's always good to start at the diet, because if nothing negative has occurred in one's life to cause depression, for example, if you have not had a death in the family, if you have not lost your job, or anything that would normally lead one to a state of feeling down, then it could be that it's as a result of what we're eating. And so it's, regardless of what's happening, always go back to the diet and look at what you're eating. Try to clean up the diet first. And I always recommend that you do a cleanse Even if you can't do a full cleanse at the initial stage and go in and just do a cleanse, at least begin to remove certain things from the diet and eat a bit lighter, drink more juices, drink more water, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. These help. And of course, some herbs. There are some herbs that do help when you are in a state of depression, such as the blue vervain, rosemary, damiana, lavender, lady slippers. These are some herbs that will help. Balmony. So these are herbs that do help, that can help you to feel calm, to even allow you to sleep. Skullcap. These herbs will help to make you feel calm, and they don't have the side effects as the antidepressants that the doctors often recommend. You don't have those negative symptoms associated with them. They are proven to be useful, and there are recommended dosages that you would of course follow based on the fact that many others before us have been using them and have been using them according to a certain dosage or a certain amount, and they have proven effective. And so that is something that I just wanted to address because and it's important that we do address the issues of depression, because it's something that is an issue in the Black community. And so one thing I will always suggest, along with changing the diet, always address the gut or the gastrointestinal tract. Always address that. And you can look at Dr. Sebi's herbs that he uses in the chelation 1 and 2. And of course, if you can also get the Cascara Sagrada, that you can use also to help to correct issues with the gastrointestinal tract, or if you want to focus on the colon, but whatever, the Cascara Sagrada will help to correct issues with the gastrointestinal tract. So you can use that also. And of course, there are other herbs that you can use, preferably bitter herbs, to address issues as it pertains to correcting gut issues. So that is something that you want to do, address the gut. So where you're dealing with depression, the first thing would be to address the gut. And of course, where you're dealing with depression, address the diet firstly, focus more on eating fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, organic as much as possible. Plant your own food if you're able to do that. That would be fantastic. Don't just plant pretty flowers in your garden. Plant some tomatoes, plant some cucumbers, plant some things that you can eat also. I see people sometimes, they use every space that they have planting flowers, and yes, it's nice to have pretty flowers around, but you can carve out a little area and plant some fruits too. So at least you can have some fresh fruit, if not even fruits, even if it's just having some fresh vegetables, so you can have that to make your own, or to make your own fresh, salad, or to make your own fresh juices or things of this nature. And of course, then you address the gastrointestinal tract using something like the chelation 2 or using the Cascara Sagrada. If that's all you can get, that would be fine. And the herbs that you could use, as I noted, are like the damiana, the blue vervain, lavender, rosemary, lady slippers, and these herbs can help the skullcap and so forth. So just take things easy. And I know sometimes it's really a lot to deal with in today's world. We are facing a lot of challenges as a people. It's almost as if everybody else seems to think that the earth belongs to them and not us. And yeah, so we have had our challenges, and I think we will continue to have challenges for some time to come. But we have to understand that whatever you're dealing with, take it one day at a time. And if you are experiencing emotional issues, if it's something that went wrong, I don't want to say what went wrong per se, but if you're dealing with challenges such as any type of abuse, emotional issues, the death of someone that you love, and so forth, find someone to talk to. I find it's good to have someone who can listen. And if there's no one who will listen, and or you don't feel comfortable at this point in time to say something to someone, I would say, and I say this, kind of skeptically, because depending on how serious it is that you're dealing with, if it's something like abuse, you have to say something to someone. You can't suffer in silence and be depressed. You have to find, so there are many groups and organizations now, or find someone that you trust, that you could confide in and seek help that way. And sometimes you could be going through some things such as heartache, heartbreaks, that is, just making you feel depressed. You probably feel unaccomplished or something. Talk to yourself, write things down. There's something I used to do a lot, and I still do it, and I'm not ashamed to say that I do that. I'll ask the question and I answer. And some people say, oh, that's the first sign of madness. Well, if it is, then I guess I am kind of mad. But I find that there are times when I have had to do that. Talk to myself, like just have a full-blown conversation. Sometimes I talk to myself like I would talk to a friend, to kind of get myself centered, and also to help me take actions that I need to take, that I delay taking for whatever reason. Sometimes I would speak to myself as if one of my friends were having the issues that I was experiencing, and what I would honestly say to them, and speak to myself. That's what I would, because I find that helps me sometimes to look at things objectively as possible. I think everyone always have a little bit of bias, but sometimes there are times when we can be more objective than others, especially when you're trying to give someone advice that you care about, that that is really, really important. And so you have to treat yourself like that some of the time. Get a diary and write. Just write. Every day you spend a little bit of time and you write. And these things help. They can help. It can be really therapeutic. And so I just thought I would touch on this topic, because it's just so many people are dealing with issues of depression, and I've had my moments of down. I don't know if it would even be fair for me to say I've I've been depressed, but I've had my days. I've had my days when I feel I'm I'm absolutely at the bottom, you know. And I've had my days when I've criticized myself, and sometimes the things that have affected me are things that, based on maybe wrong decisions. They say hindsight is better than foresight. Sometimes you make decisions and things don't go your way. And, sometimes it's relationships, sometimes it's life choices, sometimes it's people that you care about that are hurt or that they are hurting. And so it could be a myriad of things. But anyway, guys, I just feel like I'm rambling at this point in time. So I'm going to just cut this at this point in time. But I just want to say, just don't feel that you're alone, because you're never alone. You have to be your best friend, and you have to treat yourself like you're a best friend. Ain't nothing wrong with talking to yourself. And if you need help, reach out. I'm sure that there are people out there that would be able to help you. And like I say, there are ways. Sometimes the depression that we face have to do with chemical imbalances, because everything is about chemistry. When you feel sad, it creates a chemical imbalance in the body. Depression creates chemical imbalance. The foods that we eat, that those can create chemical imbalances. So it's important that we always try to address the diet, especially where we know that there are no emotional issues that we are facing that could cause us to feel depressed. Then always go towards cleansing the gut, first and foremost, and of course definitely looking at what you eating more fresh fruits, more vegetables, deep breathing. All of these things can help you, and using the herbs as I noted. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna cut this right now. I hope you're having a fantabulous day and night. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And of course, be the change you'd like to see in this world. Have a fantabulous day today. Ta-ta!